Hello everybody, this is Andy, and welcome to the third episode of Project Ozone 3, CHUNKLOCKED. So, in between episodes, I tried to set up this little system. It would work, but I'm not going to keep it. This is not going to be the way that we go in order to get all the materials that we need for sifting. In fact, I'm going to set up a completely different system using sag mills. So these simple sag mills can actually, if you go through the recipes, they have a lot of them. Hold on. You can actually use quadruple compressed cobblestone in a sag mill to get a bunch of double compressed. This double compressed can be used in a sag mill to get double compressed sand, and this double compressed sand cannot be used in a sag mill. I'm going to have to uncompress it to normal sand and then pulverize it into dust. So I'm going to use one of these pulverizers and then two sag mills. That should actually save a lot of energy and a lot of time and make this system just run forever. So that's the first goal for today. But to do that, I need to set up a Grains of Infinity automation, and I think I'm going to do that right here. So what I need to do is make some fire starters. I think fire starter, yeah. I need to make some of these fire starters, and I'll show you how the redstone works. Okay, so these fire starters are super easy to make, and they don't require a whole lot. However, to make them work, what I need is a redstone signal. So let me just make a lever real fast and show you guys. So if you give it a redstone signal, it lights, and I guess it also affects the blocks next to it, which is cool. But if you take that redstone signal away, it stops lighting. So what we need to do is I need to get a line of redstone and somehow invert this signal. So I think the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to have that, and then I should just be able to have a redstone torch, which will have to be made just like that one, and there's that, so they will always stay on. But when you put them out and there's still a signal, it doesn't relight itself, so that's the problem. So what I need to do now, I think, is make a timer, which will require 4 more redstone torches in here, 4, and a clock. Ooh, clock, timer, perfect. And now if I set this to 100 ticks is 5 seconds, 300 ticks, that would be 15 seconds. Every 15 seconds, this is going to pulse this torch, and it's going to relight the signal. So, go. Okay. Shoot. Okay, so here's the answer to our problem, kind of. The thing is, this doesn't send out a strong signal for some reason, so you have to repeat it into a block, into a redstone torch, and then that'll reset itself. But I think I heard a pop, which means we have a Grain of Infinity right here, which I think means I can just do that. Toss the Grains of Infinity. Oops. I fixed it. There we go. And we already have 14 Grains of Infinity. This will produce for approximately forever, but I think I'm going to still make a void upgrade for it, just in case. Never mind. Turns out I can't make a void upgrade yet, but you know, it's fine. Maybe I can make... Nope, I still can't make one of these. That's unfortunate. But this is 2,000 Grains of Infinity. Hopefully I can void upgrade that drawer before we get there. The reason we need those Grains of Infinity is for the Ender IO machines. So if you take a look... And let me just look at this simple machine chassis. You see, it takes a granny capacitor, which requires a Grain of Infinity and a couple red alloy ingots. Now I should be able to make at least a couple of these and begin setting up the automation for this. However, first things first, I think I'm going to try and get a paper farm set up. Doing that should actually be incredibly simple. I'll just make a couple of these paper bark saplings, make a couple more drawers, and if I go ahead and put some paper in here, and then some dirt into there, just like that, I should be able to put paper bark saplings in there. And the way that these things work is if there's no place to put the item that they want to output, it will just void the item. So I can pick up the one item I want from these guys, which is paper. So slowly over time this will grow, and we can go ahead and lock the drawers so we don't have to worry about it. Next things next, I think it might finally be time to say goodbye to our little friend over here. He served us very well, but we simply just do not need him. So what we're going to do is upgrade this guy into a full-blown smeltery. It'll just kind of look like this. That's the full smeltery, and all I have to do, I think, is to do that. And then it needs a seared tank, which I'll put off here to the back so you don't have to look at it. And then it turns on, which is great. However, I need a drain. I just put the faucets on here, just like I did with the other one, and I can turn the casting table that we had, which is now not here. It's probably downstairs in that chest or in that hopper or something, right? Yep, there they both are. I can turn these into their seared versions, and then we can start using this smeltery if I just throw a little bit of lava in there. The really cool thing about this kind of smeltery is you can bring it up as much as you desire. As long as you keep making these seared bricks, you can make as tall of a smeltery as you want up to the world limit. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to make it probably this last layer, and I think that'll be it for me, because I don't know if I need a very big smeltery. I can do one more, might as well. So this will be useful in making some of our first alloys, such as pulsating iron. This is a super important alloy for modded because it's used, or these little nuggets are used in item conduits. So let's do a batch of this. It's 1-to-1 iron to ender pearl. So where are my ender pearls? Right now I'm looking at a batch of 28, assuming these can be melted. They cannot, so get rid of that, and then throw those in there. And they all melt together slowly. Some things melt slower than others. Ender pearls are super, super fast. And if you use different fuels, it'll go faster, like not gelid. Just pyrotheum is super fast, but we don't have any of that right now, so we can't use it. And then I can do the exact same thing that we did before and extract into a chest, just like so. So let me set this down to a 10-tick delay, so it'll fire a lot, and it's not mixing. That's a problem. Okay, this is news to me. Can't talk. Pulsating iron cannot be alloyed. I could have sworn it could be, but apparently this recipe isn't in this pack, which is super unfortunate. Which means I just have a bunch of this stuff in there now, and I can't really get it back. I guess I just do that. Well, we're gonna get some ender ingots, which is cool, but that's also all of my ender pearls. So yeah. Okay, it has been a hot second, but I've done a fair bit of work. So what we see here is the complete automation for all of these resources. These are staying full. They'll fill up eventually. As you can see, they come back in. So come on, sand. Come on. There it is. Okay, see? They all stay full at one stack. They have storage downgrades in them, so it only holds a stack, so I don't have to backlog too much stuff. And I'm using a pulverizer to make dust. I'm using sag mills to make sand and gravel from these. I have a dense cobblestone generator here, which should never run out of cobblestone, which is perfect. And all of this stuff is now completely automated. So I still don't have a lot of stuff because this hasn't really been running for very long. However, this is all passive and infinite now. I'm looking for electrotine and redstone specifically. I need a lot of this stuff to get to the next stage of the pack. But yeah, one of the things that does have to be done before I go any further, or before I just leave this to die, is these are still iron stiffened mesh. I need to get a bunch of diamonds and upgrade them all to diamond stiffened mesh. So I have 9 per in each of these. They each take 6. That means that's 54 diamonds per row, which means I need approximately 160-ish diamonds to do the entire thing. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to let this sit, let this world run for a while. I'm going to go for a run, and hopefully when I come back in like an hour or so, all of this stuff will be in a good way. It has definitely been a couple hours after my run, and if we check here, I still only have 118 diamonds. However, that does very much mean that I can and should be able to come back in here somehow. Ooh, how do I get back there? Over here? Yeah. I should be able to come back in here and take these out once this is done. Okay. Quickly. I think I'm just gonna break this, actually. Hopefully this doesn't break everything. Nope, it doesn't, which is perfect. So now I can go change these out for diamond. And there it is. 9 diamond stiffened meshes. So take those, and we get a little jingle. I just simply place these back down, and apparently can't jump. Just like that. And then our diamond production should skyrocket, because I think, wait, these come from gravel, right? Yep, they come from gravel. So our diamond production just doubled in speed, which is perfect. It is very much time for me to just bite the bullet and create a drawer wall for this, because I need to start, one, collecting these drops fully so I can turn this thing back on, because this has been off for a while now. Yep, at least a couple of days. And secondly, I'm completely out of ender pearls, which is something I really need to get into Ender IO, which is the next step, because I want to make some of these alloy smelters, turn them into better alloy smelters, and then eventually turn these into the best alloy smelters. And that was much simpler to make than I thought it would be. So I think what I should just be able to do is, this is just on, right? Yes, I should just be able to set this right there. Put the item collector right on it like that. And I can set up a bunch of these drawers. So I can do, I don't know, that many of those, and then a bunch of these 2x2 drawers over on the other side. Oop, that's not the way it's supposed to go. Okay, so I need to take a minute to sort all this stuff out, make sure I know what I want to keep and what I want to throw away, and maybe set up a bag to or a system to open the loot bags automatically, which would help with getting into Botania later, because that will help us get black and blacker lotuses, which is basically free mana, which is the power system of Botania. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna do this, no more talking, and we're gonna come back when it's done. A couple minutes of sorting, and this is kind of what I've ended up with. I don't think this is everything that I want, and I haven't said the loot bag thing yet. I could probably grab that really fast. I don't think it's, hold on. I wonder if it's still in the pack. Ah, here it is. Bag opener, just like that, and I have a bag opener. I don't know, I'm gonna think about this. I do need to do this though, because there's some good stuff. Okay, give me a minute. First thing is first though, I think it's finally time to turn this thing back on. Can I just break that, and break that, and this should start spawning mobs again, technically. Give me those back, thank you. And now I should start getting stuff in here. Yep, there we go. Okay, for now this is kind of where we're at. I'm opening loot bags. I am sending everything except for these loot bags here at a priority of -1, but since this translocator is so fast, most stuff should head into here first, and it'll be even faster if I get a piece of glowstone, which will make it send stacks at a time, instead of just one item at a time. So no item should be lost to this system right here. But I am not filtering for like Black Lotus or anything like that yet. That's something I'm gonna have to do later, and that is so loud, oh my goodness. Something I'm gonna have to do later, and I'm not gonna deal with right now. I'm getting the things that I need, like Ender Pearls, Friender Pearls, Nebulous Hearts, all this cool stuff. So this should be good for now. I have 80-something diamonds. I haven't done the calculations, but I think this might be enough to finish off the last 2. I'm going to do them one at a time, just in case, so I don't look like an idiot. I can't get out here. But I don't even have to leave. What am I doing? There. Bunch of diamonds on the sides. Iron stiffened mesh. Bam. Stack of that. And there we go. We should be producing, I think, electrotine faster, and this is dust, right? Yeah, dust is the one that gives me redstone. Electrotine, I think I need more at this moment, so that's good. Based on the amount of diamonds I have left, I don't have enough to finish off, but I should just need 54. It should be pretty fast compared to the rates that they once were. So I've been up to a little bit of crafting. I'm making these simple powered furnaces to turn into simple alloy smelters, which will be useful for Ender IO in just a minute. These will eventually turn into these alloy smelters, but I don't think that's going to happen right now. But I thought, since we're producing so much dust all of a sudden, it might be useful to go ahead and set up an automation for clay. So what I should be able to do is set that to insert, and if I just put like a sink right there, I really don't have any blocks to stand on now, do I? Sink right there, some fluid conduits from there to there, so I can extract here, insert there, and that turns into clay. So it's not super fast, but it'll do it automatically. So what I can then do is extract this on, let's say, the brown channel, and I will put a drawer. I don't have any drawers. Oh my goodness. Drawer. I can put a drawer, let's just say right there, on the brown channel, and then I should start getting clay in there. And now we have infinite clay, as long as I lock that drawer, so nothing else can go inside of it. Perfect. It is actually fairly nice to know that I never have to think about clay again. That's one of those things that just kind of takes some time at the beginning of the pack. So now I should just be able to always go into here and just look up clay and have clay. So now I can use some of this to smelt up into the little connector guys that I need right here, because, you know, they're a little expensive. Oh, and while I was waiting for some of this automation to get ramped up and going, I actually amped up my production of lava right here. You can see that they're all empty right now for the most part, and I actually probably need some extract speed upgrades on that thing, because this is not producing lava even close to fast enough. But I set up a little baby, similar to the vein of the clay thing we just did, a little baby obsidian production right here. So now I should be able to go into here anytime and have over 1,000 obsidian just for my own personal use. Okay, there we go. That is 6 simple alloy smelters. And I think, yeah, I already made one before, just because I thought I might need one for something. Oh, that's a sag mill again. But now we have 6, which means we can run 6 different alloys all at once. And here's a little cool IO thing about this. You can set the top to push or pull, and get a chest, such as this chest, and just put stuff in it and make alloys with it. So I'm going to do that with all of these guys, so I should be able to somewhat automate this. The first alloy that I'm going to need a bunch of is electrum, and those can be made in here, yes, albeit a little bit slowly, but it will work for the time being. The reason I need a lot of electrum is, are you gonna, yep, throw it out? The reason I need a lot of electrum is because it's used in, if I can find it, pretty much all of the other alloy smelter recipes that are gates for the later alloys. So we have this energetic silver. This is also used in the alloy smelter to make vivid alloy, which we need a ton of. And that vivid alloy is used to make modularium and neutral steel. Both are things that are going to be very late game, but also very important. Since I actually made a ton of this electrum stuff earlier in the induction smelter, which I think I might use for the time being now since it's so fast, I can actually get a couple of these ingots started. I'm going to make a stack, or wait, no, I'm going to make 2 stacks of each, which should get us into the mid-game of Ender IO. However, I do need to make one more thing. As you can see, potentially, we are only producing 240 RF per each of these. I'm running probably eventually 7 machines here, and each of these on their own use 240. So basically what that means is I need to make this better, and the way that I'm going to do that is with this upgrade, which requires some signalum, which is made in the alloy smelter. So we can now make this. So I'm going to make a batch and then I'll get into upgrading the machines. Here's a batch of Signalum, and it turns out that this thing is just gonna take a billion years. And that kind of sucks. But, I'll let it run in the background. Okay, everybody, here we go. I have enough diamonds to finally upgrade the last few meshes. So, I just do it like that. Now we have 9, our final 9 diamond meshes. I could enchant these things, and I considered it heavily, especially since we're not doing too many of each type. But I think since I'm going to let this run most nights just on its own, it's not really necessary. So, yeah, I can set it and forget it for this entire system now. And just a couple of minutes later, I should be able to make 4 of these Signalum upgrade kits. So now, there we go, 300 RF attack. And to somewhat, like, future-proof our lava production, I went ahead and doubled it right here. So what I have going on here is ender fluid conduits pushing into this tank, which then pulls out of the tank, goes up into the things, and then I have another conduit underneath pushing into this barrel, which, if this chest weren't full, would be producing obsidian, but right now it's not. And then at a priority of -1, I'm pushing into this ender tank because I want to do one last little automation before I end the episode. So what I want to do is create netherrack using lava and redstone. And I think I'm just going to do that right here. So one cool feature of these ender tanks is they shouldn't connect there, but if you pull this, it's going to shove all of its liquid into there. So I don't even need a conduit for this guy. And then all I need to do is, I think, is this a good place? This might not be a good place. I might set it up like directly right there. Hold on. Yeah, I think right here might be a better place. So what I should just be able to do is maybe put dirt there for a second. That. And then give me my dirt back, please. The ender tank goes directly on top. We pull the lever once again, so it goes in there. And then, if I just pull an idle conduit, like so. Oh, crap. Can I put this on the back? Yeah, why not? Okay, let's crank this all the way back up to the radius that I had it on previously, and now we do this. We get rid of all the connections except for the one that I want. I'm going to extract and insert, and that should turn into netherrack. Perfect. Now I just need to pull it out and put it into a barrel. And I think the barrel's just going to go right there. Can I sneak in there? No, I can't. I have to go the long way around. Oh, come on. And then I can just, if I can sneak in here. Come on, dude. There we go. Insert on brown, and then we should be getting netherrack in that thing. And, yep, there we are. We are getting netherrack now. So, I'm going to use this netherrack at another time to fully automate ardite and cobalt, which are 2 things I'm going to need a lot of later, but I don't need at this specific moment. But it's never bad to have a backup of something you need. What that probably means is I'm just going to add another sieve layer right up there, and knock out a little bit of this thing, you know, add a little bit of verticality here, you know, make the layers a little lopsided like I did right here. It should look cool. If it's not very efficient, that's fine, but it should look cool. But I'm pretty sure that's all the time that I have for today, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video, and if you're excited to get into the mid-game of this pack, leave a like maybe, yeah? Okay, that's it guys. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Oh, but before you go, I forgot to put these resonant upgrade kits on, which is sick. I will add the extra special augment next time, but for now, we are generating 360 RF per tick, which is incredible.